What's going on, Meta fam? We are here in today's video to try to break down this whole Fidelity situation. Had a little bit of unexpected stuff here happen at the house. You know, being a homeowner, there is crazy things that happen. So Friday, Saturday, and today was a little bit crazy. Hopefully we're all good to go now. But anyway, back here to MMTLP and this Fidelity situation. So on Friday, Cable here posted, and I did notice that Fidelity went in and changed the price of shares. Here you can see on this screenshot that Cable showed us here. It shows his shares were acquired on 12/29/2022 at $2.99 a share. Well, first off, that's completely wrong because that's just a load of crap. That's not our cost basis. Our cost basis is what you physically pay for the shares. And here you can see a share count. So thank you, Cable, for sharing this. And I don't know what Fidelity's thinking, but we're going to touch base on Fidelity's response and a possible reasoning of why they did what they did. Okay, so there's that. And he says, you think you were a good group of people to mess with our long positions and our average costs. Stock swaps do not change these things. This is tax fraud at its finest before and after. I totally agree with what Cable says. As I told you all, I had a lot of my shares in long-term capital gains. And with them changing this date, we're all getting shafted. And if you're talking this baby would get sold at $60, $100 or a possible short squeeze if they have to be forced to close all the positions, if Rosa wins her lawsuit, if Richard Huffman wins his lawsuit, and this baby opens back up and they're forced to trade, then yeah, that's going to hurt us on the capital gains because it should be considered from the date you acquired it and the price that you purchased it at. That's the way it should be. So this is what happened Friday. Got everyone up in an uproar. I didn't know what was going on. Like I said, I had stuff here at the house. And let's continue on here. So Cable then did this post here on, I believe it was today. Yes, today the 5th. Here he says, Richard Huffman updates us on his case against Fidelity and points out the cost basis changed again. So Friday, they changed the cost basis to $2.99 and put the acquired date at 12/29. Here today, on March the 5th, Sunday, they changed the cost basis to $0 a share with a acquired date of 12/29. Well, we know the U3 halt, I think it was December 8th or December 9th. And how can we acquire something when this baby wasn't even trading? We're hitting like 90 days of the U3 halt here very soon. All right, huge shout out here to Jennifer and huge shout out to our buddy Drew at Free Commercials here. And he got a response from Fidelity on this. So first it starts out here with Jennifer saying, Fidelity holders MMTLP call this number on the Fidelity with the regular reps for 45 minutes on this. And Drew here said, so Fidelity, you want to tell everyone why you've been So Fidelity, you want to tell everyone why you have seen fit to change the cost basis on MMTLP. It'll save you a ton of hours worth of phone calls. What's going on here? Well, it's kind of funny because they responded and they probably know that their lines got lit up on Friday and maybe over the weekend of a lot of people inquiring on this. So here we go. Fidelity gives a little 3-part response here. The first part here says, the corporate action exchange of Metamaterials Inc. Series A preferred MMTLP shares to Nextbridge Hydrocarbons is considered a taxable event. No clear fair market value price for tax reporting purposes has been established or announced by Meta. And I think he says here part 2. Yeah, part 2 of 3. We took steps to apply the last available price of $2.99 from 12/9 to finalize 2022 tax forms for this corporate action. However, due to lack of clarity in the industry on pricing, we are adjusting the fair market value price to 0. Establishing the cost basis of 0. They say here you will receive a 1099-B for the exchange of shares from Meta to Nextbridge Hydrocarbons, but the sale of the price of MMTLP will still be 0, and no proceeds will be reported. It is confirmed fair market price value is later announced. The corrected forms will be issued with that price. So we got people fired up on this, man. I'm telling you what. We're going to cover some of these posts here, but I'm going to get this quick information out to you so that way you get up to date at what's going on. Copy and paste. The SEC said this is not a taxable event. As of yesterday, an AST says a majority of us Fidelity never received our NBA shares. Stop assuming we are all stupid. I'm working with my state AG on this, and they're your target, and you're their target. So exactly, no capital gain or loss, never sold, adjusting cost basis, unbelievable. I agree. It is a load of crap. I have recorded footage of my personal accounts scrolling through, and I have it all timestamped, trust me, documentation. And actually, I go for tax appointments this Saturday. The other thing I'm waiting on is a stupid Fidelity situation. I believe TradeStation already has theirs good to go, I believe. I'll have to double check that. But yeah, I believe it's just my Fidelity is the one screwing up here and doing this. But let's touch base on possibly where Fidelity is getting his information. And I got to give a huge shout out here to Peter, Invest with Purpose here on Twitter. I believe Peter has hit the nail on the head with this, and we're going to go over this together and cover this and see if this is what it is. So he says, I may have found why we are seeing the cost basis and holding period change in Fidelity accounts of NBH. It comes from the S1. A, tax basis will equal fair market value at date of spinoff. And B, holding period will begin after spinoff, all longs now short, which is a load of crap, in my personal opinion. But he's just reading the part here. Not anything to Peter, but, per this whole thing. My comments on this. The manipulated closing price of $2.99 should not equal fair market value at time of the spinoff. This might be a good thing for anyone who had cost basis less than $2.99 because now they would pay less taxes when a new market value is assigned, which at that point when he did this tweet on the 4th, on Saturday, that's a very good point. But now they took it down to 0, but it seems like Fidelity will adjust it if say they put a price tag of $60 on this. Apparently they're going to go back and re-change all the cost bases and the purchase dates. Because if I would have known this, I would have sold all of my positions that had long-term capital gains when this thing was like $10, $12. You know what I mean? I would have sold all my longs knowing they were, long-term capital gains. I just would have took the tax advantage, long-term. Now they're all considered short. That's a load of crap. They're screwing us over here. I don't like it one bit, man. It is a load of crap. And I'm going to wait and see how this plays out because I can see when this baby is settled and if we get considered on long-term capital gains on this, and I have proof that these were purchased way in advance of a year, I have shares from the very first day this thing officially traded as MMTLP. And now they're going to screw us over here on short-term capital gains. I will fight that with Fidelity, absolutely. So here is the actual part of the S1 Peter has pointed out, and I believe he hit the nail on the head with this, and I got to give him huge credit here. Here it says, let's zoom in on it. And we're going to, actually, let me deactivate the camera because I don't want a big camera in the way here. Let's get to it here, guys. Zoom in on it. All right. It says tax basis of a holding period of company shares received by holders of Meta stock. A Series A preferred stockholders' tax basis in shares of common stock received in the spinoff generally will equal the fair market value. Such shares on the date of the spinoff. The holding period for such shares will begin the day after the spinoff. Here it says down below, tax treatment of the spinoff for U.S. holders. The following discussion describes U.S. federal income tax consequences to a U.S. holder of Meta stock upon the receipt of common stock in the spinoff. Very interesting. And if we go over here it shows short $12.29 and the $2.99 cost there. So I believe that is part of the S1 that Peter has nailed it. And got to give him that's probably where Fidelity is getting this at, straight from the S1. So I don't know. Are we screwed in this situation? I don't know. Like I said, we got lawsuits out there going on. I definitely want to fight this, but I want to wait till the dust settles. I know Rosa got her case looking pretty good. I got to watch the video Richard did that Cable shared about Richard Huffman's case. So there's a lot of stuff going out there, and I'm waiting to see how this all plays out because I got all my documentation. I got these videos out here showing everything that I've been doing. So we're going to go from there. And yeah, hope you all enjoyed today's video. If you did, smash thumbs up. Drop me a comment down below. And I'll catch you on the next video, guys. Peace.